Live.
Hi guys.
Hi everyone. Gizmo says hi. Put the phone down. Gizmo's looking. Mwah! And today was a pretty nice day today. It wasn't too hot.
Yeah.
Like that heat wave is gone.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes. Because, whew. But Christy and I, we're back with another discussion. So, as you guys can see, oh, you holding Gizmo.
He wants to get down.
We're going to be talking about DreamCon. Some of you guys may have attended DreamCon. Some of you guys may have attended past DreamCon. Some of you guys may want to attend DreamCon, but we're going to talk about it. Some people may not like what we have to say, and that's fine.
But damn it all, we don't care.
We got to talk about it. And I mean, we can agree to disagree, but going to be respectful. Hi, Jay Drizzle.
Hi, Jay Drizzle.
But please be respectful. But without further ado, we're gonna get started because we don't want to, keep you guys here for a super long time, be long-winded. We never been to DreamCon, but we seen a lot of vlogs and footage, and I'm just gonna say the word TT because YouTube be acting funny. Yes, we have seen some things at DreamCon, and it's just like OMG, like it's
how did we get here?
Yeah, how did we get here? And Christy and I, we've been going to conventions since the early 2000s. We're not new to this.
We true to this.
And I can say, Christy can say as well, and anyone else that's been going to conventions as long as us or even longer than us, they will tell you that conventions were never like that. The stuff that you see at DreamCon in particular, like the cabaret that they have going on, there was like chair dancing. And I was like, we did not have that at conventions. And we just want to talk about how did we get here?
Yes.
Like, seriously.
But yes, like Kendra was saying, I mean, really, and this is just in our humble opinion,
Right.
but we didn't really notice this shift, and it's not just DreamCon, but of course, there's some controversy because this is like the most recent thing that's happened,
and it's big mainstream,
and they're mainstream. But probably like definitely a little bit before COVID and then during is like when we've seen like this shift happen in the fandom of cosplay and anime and all those sort of nerdy things of just the cosplays. And yes, we know that there are different genres of anime where there are more sexual themes and things like that. But those kind of things were kind of obscure.
Yeah.
And people who were interested in those types of things knew where to find it.
Yes.
But they weren't out here openly displaying and engaging in those said behaviors.
Right.
But that's what's happened now. And the thing is that unfortunately it's become so normalized. And that to the point now where even like new fans that are coming into the fandom believe that that's what this is about. Like, this is just what you do to a con, that you pretty much are, and I'm sorry, but some of these women, they're dressed like streetwalkers.
Yes.
And I mean, and what I saw as far as like the clips and things from DreamCon, and now people are calling it AKA CreamCon.
CornCon, OFCon, FreakCon, FreakCon. That's what they're calling it.
I'm just like, RDC World, I love you guys, but I'm very disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you guys have leaned into.
Yes.
Like the low-hanging fruit, just going for just the, sexual like themed. I mean, why not have like a separate con that's kind of like dedicated to that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, women on there like with basically thongs and pasties on their, their boobies and lap dances.
Yes.
And things like that. I'm just like, okay, so is this a script club? Is that what we're doing? Okay, so guys, if you're going to DreamCon, make sure to bring your money for your souvenirs, but also have your dollar bills for the scriptless because they're gonna be there.
Because what does that have to do with nerd culture? And the thing is too, it has gotten like so saturated with that there at that con. And like I said, there's other cons that we noticed a shift, but mainly here, there's guys in the comments saying, "Oh, I only go to that convention for the women." Yes,
That's a daggone.
it is. It's a daggone shame, and it's just like,
yes, that's what they want to be known for.
yes. And then it was women. If you okay, I'm not for the over sexualized cosplays. Neither is Christy, but I'm like this. If you're going to wear that, it was a girl I saw on TT that did a katana cosplay from Mortal Kombat, and she had fishnet stockings underneath, and cheeks out and everything. And you could hear like a guy's voice. I guess it was her phone, but he's filming her, and you hear him say "go," and then she goes and does a split. She does a cartwheel, and then she does a split with her cheeks facing the phone. And I'm just like, in front of a whole bunch of people, I'm just like, what are we doing?
Everything is
for attention.
Is for attention, and it's like for the guys and the girls.
Yes.
And sadly, I have to say it, but it's like, the girls, they think that they're doing something and they're like liberated and all this other stuff, and they are expressing themselves sexually and whatnot. But it's like, at the same time, you say that you're, for some people, they say that they're feminist and whatever. And if that's what you do, that's fine. But they say they're feminist. But the whole premise of like feminism is kind of talking about like the patriarchy and like rebelling against it, and basically like, yay, rah rah, women, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, it's like your content is geared around the male gaze,
and they can
everything you do.
Yeah, because you making sure because a lot. This is what I've seen too. There's people in the comments was saying it's a lot of OF models that go to that con as well, and they have apparently they have corn stars that go. So they're trying to make sure that they look good for men. They talking about the male gay. You're getting attention from men, and if they're subscribed to your OnlyFans, paying for it, that's appealing to the male gaze, is it not?
But at the same time, you're trying to say that you're independent and you're a businesswoman, but your whole business is built upon the very population of people that you want independence from.
Exactly.
But they're paying your bills, honey, to see your boobies and your booties.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense.
And on top of that, some of the ladies that are, posting these things for free on different sites, we're not gonna mention said sites, but we know some of them. These men are just freely reposting your content, and they're not, of course they have to credit you because it's your photo.
Right.
But they should be paying you, if anything.
Right.
Each time that they do it. But how many likes do they get off of your work and your body up there on display? To me, it seems like virtual pimping.
It is.
Respectfully, but it is.
Yes, because I saw another video on TT I was telling Christy about. It was a guy that went to DreamCon, and he's going to multiple women, black women too, and he's talking about, can I lift you up and curl you? And of course they were like, okay, but a lot of them had on like, shorts or like short skirts, or wearing like bodysuits, and he's curling them, and then the angle that he's doing it, you could see their butt, while he's curling them upwards towards him. And I'm just like, like you're using their bodies and all this other stuff so you can get attention and get more views on your on your TT page. It's just like, the guys there too, a lot of them are doing stuff for attention, and it's just sad because that convention, I Googled it, started in 2018. And I remember when it first started, I had seen like some footage from it, like vlogs, and it was totally different from what you're seeing now. What they have going on there. It really seemed like it was very family oriented, and it was about nerd culture, embracing being a nerd, gaming, cosplay, anime, and all that. Now I'm just like, I don't know what the heck. It's just anything goes.
Yes, and that's the other thing too. It seems apparent to me that there really aren't any rules. Now, somebody that may have gone to the convention maybe can correct me otherwise, but from the conduct of what we have seen there, and then the fact that basically it's promoting an environment that's conducive to basically, just all kinds of perverted things.
Right.
What's to say that, that somebody can't go in there in their birthday suit?
Yeah.
Who's going to tell them otherwise that they can't? And that's the thing. You can't tell anybody anything these days because they're like, oh, you're being judgmental. Oh, you're doing too much. No, these people on here that got their booty and boobies out, they're doing too much. And the men that are exploiting it.
And it needs to be some separation because, like we were saying, if they want to have a separate convention for that sexual stuff, all that mess need to be over there. Because I'm like this. People can sit there and say, oh, well, the cabaret was at nighttime. You had to be, 18 up and show your ID to get in. Very much so, I'm sure. However, during the day, if there was children, people under the age of 18 that was there, they were already being exposed to seeing stuff like that. Because I seen a lot of the young women that were there, the stuff that they had on. It looked like they were part of the show of the cabaret late at night. So children and things like that are already exposed to seeing that stuff during the daytime on the con floor.
And I mean, guys, what do you think that that's going to do to their psyche as a child to see this kind of stuff very early on to where they can understand what is happening and process it? They're going to normalize those things. They're going to think that it's okay for, women to go around wearing next to nothing and for the men to respond the way that they do. And that's just how they're supposed to interact with one another. We're not supposed to get to know each other.
Right.
We're supposed to women are supposed to just objectify themselves. And that the men are to respond, accordingly. And
it's just, yes, Jay Drizzle, lust is running the show. That convention is filled with lust. The stuff that I've seen and the comments people say about that con. But I also wanted to say too, like Chrissy was saying, like with the young children, like their psyche, especially like the little girls, they might want to get into cosplay and things like that, and they feel like they have to wear those types of cosplays in order to be popular or successful. Because a lot of the girls that they have large platforms on these social media apps, I'm just being real, not all of them, but a good majority of them do that type of content. And let's just be real, that's more likely why their accounts are popping with so many subscribers.
Well, not only is the count popping, but they popping some other things too, and that's why.
And young girls are seeing it, and they're like, well, they feel bad. They're just like, I want to be popular, things like that, and be known in the cosplay community. I guess I have to start doing things like that too in order to, get popular and get more subscribers and things like that.
And this con, from my understanding, kind of is more geared towards the younger crowd.
Yes.
So, I mean, what's to say that, like younger girls, like maybe 16, 17, they're, wanting to dress up as characters. Maybe they dress up as something that would be okay for their parents. And then when they go to the con, they change what they really want to wear.
Exactly.
And it's something that's a little bit more adult themed. And then they're getting attention that they didn't count on getting.
Right.
But they're all like, well, this is the character. This is how it's supposed to be done. And, it's just, and cosplay is not consent. Yeah, we get that. And that's just in any real life that, people are people and they deserve to be respected. But at the same time, there are creeps out there who have no kind of concept of how to communicate with the opposite gender or whomever they are attracted to.
Yep.
And so they see those kind of things. They relate those to the character on the show, or they watch a lot of porn.
Yep.
And they come to this convention because they know that they're going to see a bunch of half-dressed women, and they're just like, okay, you know what? They're going to be like the freaking lotion that they got in their hotel room they're going to run out. They're going to have to get some more.
Right.
Lizzie's going to be busy.
No, because I told you on TT, I'm telling you, TT is another world. When I was on TT looking, it was a guy, he was talking to a girl that was a streamer. They said, I guess she's well known. Mm-hmm. And he went up to her and was just like, oh, hi. And she's like, hello. And he's like, oh, can we get a picture together? And she's like, sure. So once she says, sure, he grabs and touches her and picks her up. And she's like, hey. And then I think another person, a guy came like, yeah, you can't do that. You can't touch her.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, but then y'all are showcasing these girls that's half dressed, twerking and all this other stuff. And it's just like
simulating sex.
Yes. So he's probably in his mind, he's like, well, this is what I'm seeing at this con. I thought it was okay.
Exactly. And it's like people need to understand, like for both the women and the men, you can't indulge in those types of things and not expect there to be consequences.
Right.
For the women, yeah, the men, they're gonna see you, and there's some women that like looking at women, you know, that's your business, but they're going to look at you as an object.
Yep.
You know, and it's totally desensitized, like just society in general.
Yep.
There's no kind of boundaries anymore. Anything goes, and when you speak out against these things, you're automatically the bad guy. You're the bad sheep, the black sheep, and you're judgmental.
Right.
And it's like, no, it's just speaking the truth. The fact is that, you know, people don't want to hear the truth.
Right.
People go along to get along, and they, you know, and some people just want to be a part of something. They may know that it's not right, but they're afraid to speak out. And I'm just telling you right now, anybody that, you know, feels the same way as we do or whatnot, you know, speak out about something, especially if you know that it's not right.
Exactly.
So
yeah, don't be afraid. And yeah, you probably, if you have a platform, you probably very well will lose, you know, supporters and things like that, but that's okay. Because you got to stand on your beliefs.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you mark my words. Thankfully, nothing happened at this con, and I pray that it never does. But if they continue down this road, showcasing the fandom as they are now, and bringing in all of this, you know, adult-themed content into the community, and especially at the level that they're doing, the intensity of it.
Right.
Somebody is going to be SA'd.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have to answer to this debacle publicly. And it's like, it doesn't have to be that way.
I don't wish it, but from the footage that I've seen and these things, you know, I can totally see it happening.
I mean, like, I just don't know. Like, you know, it's like, how much further are they going to push the envelope?
Exactly.
Because, I mean, how much more? I mean, you know, the only thing that I can say now that they need to do if they're going to continue down this road is that, you know, people start buying X.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, that's what it's. Oh my
God. That's the rate it's going to go to.
Yeah.
They have rooms there, and you just go and buy somebody, and you go and do what you do.
That's
whatever happens. That's between y'all two. That's the next level it's going to bring it to. That's where we're going to now at these conventions, especially this one.
It's a shame.
It is.
So it's like Christy said, you got to speak out on it. We've speaking out on this topic a lot. And when we were on other platforms, and you know, people was mad, some people unfollowed. We're like, that's cool.
Don't care.
Don't care. But the truth needs to be said. Don't be afraid. And also, too, just for people that are believers, we should be speaking out about this. I've seen some. Lord have mercy. I've seen some people on like different social media accounts that will put Bible scriptures. They'll put the cross in their profile, but they'll have this type of content that they're promoting.
Yeah.
That does not. Do you think Jesus would be okay with that?
No.
I'm just saying that does not go. Like,
you can't serve two masters.
You can't.
You're either gonna love one or hate the other. So you cannot sit there and straddle the fence and be like, on Sundays, Jesus, I love Jesus, and then all the other days, you're out in the club twerking.
Well, I saw one. I'm not gonna say her name, but you know who I'm. A young lady that creates this content. She put on Sunday, Happy Easter, and then the pictures next to it, and the picture before that one about talking about Easter, she's half dressed with her boobs out, shaking her boobs.
Yeah, I'm just like, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Jesus wouldn't be happy with that. You know he wouldn't. That's why you put the Bible scripture one first.
Yep.
I mean, yes, thank God. Thank you, Jesus, for the sacrifice that he made for us, for our sins. But guess what? When the lady was caught in adultery, he told her to sin no more. Go and sin no more. And he knows that we're going to fall. You know what I mean? That we're going to make mistakes. And those things happen. And that's why he sacrificed himself for us. for his blood for the remission of sins for the whole world. But that does not give us a license to continue in it
Yeah.
and continue doing stuff, especially when we know it's not right.
Right.
That's why he gave us his precious and beautiful Holy Spirit as a conscience, because if we didn't have him, we'd be doing whatever we want to do.
Everybody be unalive down here.
Yeah, because of sin.
And that was something I was going to say too. I lost my train of thought.
But people, we got to pick a side.
We do have to pick a side.
We can't keep on. We're getting too close to the end. I mean, at this point, when you look at all the things that are happening in this world, I mean, pretty much Jesus is like, the door is like partially opened and his foot is just like right about to just, walk through the door. That's how close we are. So it is too late in the game to be still, in sin. And when he comes back on this earth, he was coming back for his bride, free of sin and ready to go.
Yep.
He's not going to be, with it, with people that are in church on Sunday, and then the rest of the week they're doing whatever else they want to do, everything that they shouldn't be doing.
And we're too, at some point in time, now, it's in your life, because conventions, cosplay and stuff, you're never too old for that.
No.
But that convention, clearly, you can see it's more geared to like younger people. I'm sorry, some people can get offended when I say this. Anybody that's like a millennial that's there, what the hell are you doing there? You too old for that con.
You're older than most of the people there.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm just saying. And anybody that's in our age group and that's older, that's sitting there defending the stuff that's going on at that con, shame on you. Because as elders, I feel like we're elders in this nerd space now. I don't know about you. We got to be like mentors and speaking out about the stuff that's wrong, that we need to do better on.
Not sitting there taking part in what's happening.
Exactly.
No. And that's the reason why, the world is in the state that it's in, because people that should be leading and guiding are going along with the crowd.
Yup.
Just because they're afraid of how they're going to be perceived. They're afraid of the thoughts of others. They're afraid of not being liked.
Uh-huh.
And especially if you call yourself a follower of Jesus, you're not going to be liked.
Exactly.
He told you that.
Yep.
If you follow him, you're not going to be liked, because they hated him first.
Uh-huh.
So if you are loved by this world, maybe you should be questioning your walk.
Amen. And yes. And deep down, like what me and Christy was saying too, like we, struggle with different things. People that are struggling with lust, porn addiction, there's a lot of people that struggle with that, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the place that they should be going. And if they decide they went to a con and they ended up going there, they're really going to be struggling. The women and men that's dressing like that, types of stuff that's doing, you're not helping them.
No. And for the women and men that are continuing to make that type of content, you're making yourself a stumbling block to those people that are struggling with lust.
Yep.
And, God's going to judge us all for everything that we do down here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to judge you for doing that, because you know what you're doing. And some of these women out here, they call themselves a succubus.
Uh-huh.
That's a demon. Do you realize that's a demon?
That's
and the incubus is the male one.
Yep.
But they SA people in dreams.
Mm-hmm.
This is a real phenomenon that happens, and people are making light.
They cosplay them. I've seen so many. When we were on IG, I seen so many girls cosplaying succubus, calling themselves succubus, succubi, and stuff. I'm like, do y'all not know what that is? Because that's something that you maybe they don't. That's clearly something that you don't want to be dressing up as.
No. But all I can say is just continue to pray for people. And, if you're a believer, don't be afraid to talk to other people about Jesus, because we need him in this world.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that keeps this world from going into complete and utter chaos, is the fact that his spirit is still here on this planet, his Holy Spirit. That's who we have, the advocate.
Yep.
And that's his spiritual form that is in each believer that believes in Jesus. And that's what's holding back the evil and the chaos from completely taking over on this earth.
Yep.
So, shine your light and don't be afraid of backlash, and don't allow people to snuff out your light.
Yep. Yeah. We need them, and just seeing it. I know we're making jokes and stuff, but all jokes aside, I'm
Mhm.
like, especially with our people, black people, it's like, come on now, we got to get together. Just seeing the stuff that's going on at that con, and one of our friends did a video talking about it on TT, and it was some people that agree with her, but some people was just like, oh, like you're being approved, just saying mean things, sir. I'm like, y'all don't see that this is off. Something is wrong.
And where this is leading to.
Yeah, where this is leading to.
Because clearly, I mean, the only thing, like I said, that's left next is that people go and start buying people for sexual activity, or there's open smex out, just out, and people just walking by, and that sort of thing happens. And even then, people will still be like, well, I mean, if that's what they want to do. No, that is not what we do at cons. Okay? No. You guys need to go to a hotel room or whatever it is that y'all want to do, but it should not be there out in the open. Okay? And respectfully, this is the reason why all of these types of things are in the Black community. The high rates were number one for STIs and STDs.
And mind you, again,
in
Houston, that convention was in Houston.
Which is basically like ground zero now. So don't go there because, and for people there that probably went and hooked up, you might probably went back with something, respectfully.
Well, this is my thing too. Like we had mentioned when we did another live, why, if you want to bring things to a con that's not considered nerd culture, bring positive things. Like I said before, they got all that stripper stuff and stuff that don't belong there. Why not bring like a job fair? There's a lot of people that need jobs. Why not bring a job fair there? Why not bring coaches there, people to help people like interview practice skills, people that want to be business owners, have someone teach them the ins and outs of running a business. Maybe people that aspire to be like artists or for mangas or comics, have someone that teach them how to, 3D printing, people that want to get into learn about 3D printing, things like that. But you have a cabaret with people with pasties on their nipples and that's not helping anybody.
Well, it may be helping some
people downstairs, but I'm just saying, bring some positive things. It's and what Chrissy was saying, they should have had a nurse there for people, with the STDs and things like that, telling them about that.
Yeah, but these are the kinds of things that we don't want to talk about in the community. We want to be out here exposing ourselves and being sexual liberated and all this other stuff. But we're not talking about the fact that people are out here spreading themselves thin, spreading sickness and disease, tearing apart families. Especially with people that are doing like the adult content on social media. Like some of those people that probably view your content are married. And we've seen that. And you have, spouses that are in their minds, they're committing adultery. So, it's a whole bunch of things. And it's like, guys, like out here, we can see what's happening, but this is also spiritual. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and rulers of the air. And you've got to protect your mind, you got to protect your spirit, and you've got to be aware of what you're letting into your spirit. And that includes any kind of entertainment content that you're taking in. And if you're going to a con such as that, just like, what was it? The name they mentioned about Lust in there in the feed here?
Lust is running the show.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what's happening. Lust and perversion is all throughout that con.
It is. And the guy, I forgot to tell you too, the song that he had playing, the guy that was going to all the black women, he was sitting there like curling them. He had I don't even listen to this music like this today. There's some rap song, but the song, had vulgar words, but it's calling women bees and hoes. And I'm like, do they know that he's got this playing while he's sitting there lifting them and stuff like that?
They don't care. Yeah. But the thing is, and that's what we're saying, this all plays into a whole bunch of other another host of things.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't stop at just going to a convention in a costume, wearing a thong, and twerking on people, giving people lap dances. It also extends out into people's personal lives. It extends out into society,
Mm-hmm.
how we govern ourselves when we go out. Whether we're out here being a productive member of society, or if we're out here committing crimes,
Yep.
all kinds of things. We're not taking care of our health. We're out here exposing ourselves to all kinds of sickness and disease because we're full of lust.
Yep.
And even with that, he doesn't realize it, that young man that was playing that music and curling those women, but that's programming in his mind.
Yep.
And he sees all those women that was in his video as hoes and
I was thinking this, no respect. And you remember one year,
you don't respect yourself, he don't respect you.
Yes, that one year those guys was at DreamCon and they said where the hoes at.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I didn't fart. That was a chair guy. But that's exactly right. Because I mean, and I'm not saying that they're hoes, but the fact is that they're dressed up, wearing scantily clad, next to nothing. And then the way people are behaving, gyrating on people, bouncing their derrieres, popping things, busting it wide open. Okay, so yeah, they think very little of you.
And I just wanted to say too, Beck, I know we don't want to drag it too, but
yes,
about with the cosplay. I told you I saw a video of a girl there doing a Dora the Explorer cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
She had the shortest shorts on ever, like her cheeks were out. Then she had the shirt like really tied up high with her stomach out. Dora is a little girl. And then you have that on cheeks. Like, what? I think Dora's supposed to be 5. Yes. I'm just like, and people that was coming and attacking our friend that did the video talking about something, well, that's what the characters wear. I'm so sick of hearing that statement for the argument.
No. We're not gonna sit here and accept that.
No,
because some people just lack any type of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you can be creative on the other end of the spectrum and take a whole freaking child character and sexualize it, sexualize it. On the other side, a character that is scantily clad, you can do the same thing and you can modernize it.
Yes,
you can. Okay, I'm not accepting that. These people do what they want to do because they're desperate for attention. Okay. And I'm not trying to tear anybody down, but I'm just very passionate about the fact that I love my people, but we've got to do better.
And that's why we're speaking out, because when you break it down like this, they always want to say that you're a raccoon, and it's like, no, we love our people. That's why we're speaking out. If we didn't love our people and care about people, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We would be going along to get along like most people are doing.
Exactly.
But we care about our people, and that's why we're speaking out like this.
And I definitely, I still love the creators, originators of the
RDC world.
I love them to life. I really do. I love their work. But this, I'm sorry, but this is very disappointing.
Yeah, this ain't it. It's changed. I see when they first started their con, what their con used to be when they first started. And if I was in the area and had the money, I would have attended when they first started. But seeing what it turned into now, heck no.
It's a far cry from what it started out as.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's not it. And I'm very sad. And it's disheartening to see that, they're basically selling out their own people for money. That's it. And they're using, unfortunately, the low-hanging fruit to bring people in to spend their money.
Yep.
With cheap thrills, because that's what it is.
Yeah, I told you. Guy wrote in the comments, I only go for the women.
And I mean, you can do that outside of any other event. You can go there. There's women everywhere. It's more women than men.
Yep.
But yeah, I didn't have anything else to say. Did you?
I don't think so. I just want to just wrap up. We pretty much said everything we want to say. But again, everybody has a platform, regardless the size, small, medium, large. And if you feel in your spirit to speak out on something, do it. And don't care about what people say. Don't care about the backlash.
Because regardless, people are not going to like you.
Yeah.
So you might as well be honest and true to yourself.
Yeah. So that's all we got to say. Oh, thank you, Barbie. It's okay. We about to wrap up if you want to look at the playback. But hi, Barbie. But we saw your video on TT Girl and you was speaking facts. And thank you for speaking out about it.
Yeah.
We definitely need more people like you in the community to speak out on things, because it's a lot of work that needs to be done in the community.
And it's only going to get better as long as, you know, there's people like you that's speaking out about it. So
Yep.
we appreciate you for speaking the truth.
Yeah, and y'all go support Barbie Cosplay. She's amazing. She's very sweet.
Yes.
But we're gonna wrap things up. Thank you guys for coming in, and until next time,
Bye.
bye.
Oh boy, is it acting full again?
Yeah. All right, I want to end it. I think